which characters, when I see them in a comic, do my eyebrows go up? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And there's a lot of importance.
Like,
make
you give a book a second look when you might not have otherwise.
Yeah, like, because we could all agree, when you first saw Wolverine, you remember seeing Wolverine and taking that character in. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh my god!
He's bright yellow. He's blue. There's black. There's this cool cowl. He's got claws.
Just the claws.
Yeah, it's like it looks like Batman, but it looks like there's something about Wolverine that you're immediately like, I think I want to know more about this character.
Wolverine did make my list, but for completely different reasons, and it has everything to do with
how interesting the fucking character is.
No, the medium of comics and what it is able to do in terms of communicating character. You know what I mean? Like setting up characters.
One of the best examples.
He's a retcon. Yeah. Every fucking thing about him is a retcon. His history was in place from the day he started. With really, there was no history for him.
No,
but
he was just a random side character in a Hulk comic. Yeah.
And
but
Chris
Claremont was like, I'm
had
like
gloves. They were originally gloves. Yep. And then at one point he was actually a mutated Wolverine like animal.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, dude. And
Wolverine's got some weird origin stories.
Well, there was a whole series called Wolverine Origins. Every fucking issue retconned his past.
Yes.
Every issue was like, no, it was really me. And for better or worse, that's unique.
Yeah.
In all of fiction. There are no other characters that are inherently created by changing their past.
Constantly. There was that
Wolverine,
whole point.
Wolverine has one of the most improbable journeys to being one of the top build characters in all of comics.
It really is weird, dude.
Because
it really is weird.
Everybody else is built on exactly what their origin is. You know exactly why they do what they do.
He was like characters like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, like
their
they
origins
just come out like
their origins are inherent to their character. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas Wolverine is like a really long whodunit with a billion different red herrings. Like
but it's not. But it's all accidental.
Yeah. Like the early days,
accidental because of the way the group.
Right.
The group works together to create the character over years. Yeah.
Right. Like in the early days, Sabretooth was almost depicted as Wolverine's father. Like the idea that he knew Wolverine's birthday and the way he talked about him, calling him brother. It was always kind of heavily implied that he was his father. Then later they were like, no, we're more actually the same
That's
age.
His neighbor, but not really.
But not really.
It's his step brother somehow.
Or it's his half brother now. If you go by origins.
Yeah,
but
we have to, don't we?
That's another way that. That's another way that Sabretooth is like a fitting rival for Wolverine because he also is kind of just some rando character.
He's had a morphing time.
He was an Iron Fist villain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and he morphed into this integral part of Wolverine's character.
He's lame.
But he isn't.
He being in jail right now is the best thing that's ever happened to his character because now everybody's like, oh, what about Sabretooth? Yeah, we'll find out eventually, but...
Sabretooth is not a good character, but he's a good menacing character for Wolverine's entourage.
Different people have used Wolverine better. Like I always give Jim Lee a lot of credit, and he did use the Omega Red storyline to get Wolverine and Sabretooth together and gave him more of that like rival edge. His Sabretooth is very much like Vegeta to Wolverine's Goku in that he just hates being outdone by Wolverine. He always thinks he's superior to Wolverine.
Hey man, Vegeta has a character arc.
Agreed. That's where he does. Sabretooth, they've never really figured out what to do with him.
All right, let's what we're actually talking about is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Yeah. It is at 7 o'clock now.
Remember when they did the Axis flip thing and they made Sabretooth a good guy?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was on the Avengers for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, it was so bad. It just did not feel right at all. Yeah, that was some of the Axis was okay.
I read one issue of that like Axis Avengers thing where Sabretooth was on the team, and it's like, oh, Rick Remender nuked another fucking city. I'm outing.
Yeah. The death count of that guy, he's
very high. It's high. Like not counting people who've like destroyed entire universes. Like as far as like mundane death counts go, Rick Remender's is hard to beat.
Yeah. So what we're talking about tomorrow night on this channel, 7 o'clock, we're doing our top 5 comic book characters, and we've all got our lists. Eli will be joining us at the very least. Leroy has other things to do.
Oh, bummer.
He's got to work.
Okay. Gotta make that money.
And then sometime next month, we are doing another Geekterion collection. The last one we had was wonderful.
Oh, so much fun.
Maybe the worst movie that we've reviewed, but the most fun we've had.
Hey, man.
Reviewing it.
It's special in its own way. That's kind of what makes
I love it.
I mean, you could say
it's great for the kind of movie that it is.
Exactly.
You know?
I love it. I adore this movie. So
it is one of those ones that accomplishes exactly what it sets out to do, you know?
Boom. Who's next? Whose choice is it after my choice?
I think it's me, but
it's Adam.
But I don't think I'll be in town the weekend we typically do the Geekterion collection. Because coincidentally enough, I have a wedding to go to.
We were talking about that.
Very topical.
Pre-show, yeah, very topical. So it's on Jules then.
Wait, no, I did Akira, so it's on Taylor. Do you want to take a pick?
Oh, he doesn't do these. He's not very.
Oh yeah, he doesn't do these.
I mean, he can. You can.
I haven't tagged in for a single one of these yet. And I don't want my first one to be the one where I'm picking.
Yeah. Well, I will throw it over to the bullies then. I'm sure
we can see if they want.
will listen to this at some point, and I will message them. It's going to be on. I think it's Eli.
Yeah, it'd be
March,
Eli then.
April, May. No, it might be on Leroy.
Oh, it could be.
Leroy did Robo.
I think it's Eli.
No, I think it's Eli because Eli did Aliens, right?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to find aliens today. Today is actually Alien Day because of the planet they landed on was LV 426. So 426. The alien movies aren't streaming anywhere.
Thanks for breaking that down for us.
Hey, whatever. I was breaking
bastards.
Whatever.
Those bastards.
I do have some alien stuff up here. I don't maybe up here somewhere. Anyway. So yeah, we'll have a Geekterion collection, but definitely tune in tomorrow for that show. Let's get on with the previews. Taylor he's still fitting in there.
Yeah,
we always start off with DC because DC books come out tonight. It's books dropping on 4/27. Action 10:30. Here we go. PKJ.
Just been okay.
It's just been
Michael Avon Omen getting a.
Oh, that's cool.
I like Michael Avon Omen.
That's good. Yeah,
I do. I like Michael Avon Omen.
We do have some previews here.
That's cool.
Not Michael Avon Omen.
Nope.
War World Rising. So this is all leading up to what we already know is going to happen in Future State, right? Because War World was all part of Future State, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We should just resign ourselves to these next several months leading into whatever the fuck they decided to do with Future State.
They're just going to catch up to Future State.
Yes. That's all they're going to do.
Very much what this feels like already. They're just like painting by the numbers. Just, okay.
That's what they're doing in Batman. That's what they're doing here.
Yeah. It's exactly what it feels like.
Tina Tedesco cover.
I love that cover, actually.
Yeah, I kind of dig that too.
Aspirational, you know.
Jordy Belair gets a call out on the cover. That's cool.
Ooh, that's cool.
They should put that in these, in these credits here.
Mm-hmm.
They should put the color artist. Batman Black and White. I do have some pages there. That's actually beautiful. If that didn't have all those letters on it.
You can, if you could just get the art there, it'd make a good poster.
Yeah, right? James Stokey pinup of Mr. Freeze.
That's cool.
He's a doctor. I always want to say Dr. Freeze because he is a doctor.
He is a doctor.
He's actually one of the only doctors in comics who actually is like a medical fucking doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Doom never finished grad school, so he never got his doctorate.
Well, in Latveria, he just got his degree.
I'm sure he gave himself an honorary one.
Yes, he's got an honorary one.
He didn't actually go through the actual system and get a doctorate.
But Doc Ock, he doesn't have a medical degree. Dr. Strange has
he has
a medical
a doctorate in physics.
But he still has a doctorate in something.
Yeah,
Dr.
he's a doctor.
Strange does have a medical degree. Yeah. So, but Mr. Freeze, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Hype that shit up. You didn't go to evil medical school for 8 years to be called Mr. Freeze.
When they debuted Mr. Freeze, had they solidified that backstory yet? Because I know that they changed it a lot.
Oh yeah, because back in the day, he was just a guy with a freeze gun.
Yeah, he was just a freeze gun guy.
He didn't really have a backstory.
What about Captain Cold? Did they tell us that Captain Cold was in the military or
right? Captain Cold
in the Air Force
first. Mr. Freeze is actually the ripoff of another DC villain. Captain Cold predates Mr. Freeze.
Oh,
But
really?
Batman
Yes.
animated series, man, totally changed that.
Totally
calculus.
changed. Yeah. Totally changed that.
The art in this black and white is actually quite good.
Oh, that's
but
cool.
I'm not.
It's
reading
great.
it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think it's $6. Yeah, it's
these
$6.
books, like, you're always rolling the dice, right? It costs
Yeah.
a good amount. You gotta hope that like at least 2 or 3 of them are really good. You know.
That's just too much of a risk. I
It
think
is
at
a
this
risk.
point.
Yeah, man, it's such a crowded marketplace right now. I don't really have a space for any of these
It
anthology.
might be better
books.
collected too. You know.
Yeah.
Big black and white,
Honestly, I'm just gonna say this. These books are cool, but they're like
Two-Face
20 years
cover.
too late. Like
Ooh,
I would
Gary
have
Frank-
liked.
Oh, that's
this.
a Riddler cover, not a Two-Face. Gary
Oh, that's
Frank
cool.
though, cover art, and hopefully the collected will include all of these covers because the covers
Yeah.
are half the fun.
Yeah, the
for
art's
this.
the whole reason to buy this book.
Yeah, I mean that's great too. The Jenny Frison rooftop cover,
Yeah.
that's great too, man. Whatever.
Yeah, like I said, I
Batman.
think they're late.
Batman Superman. This is the Gene Luen Yang book that is still using this amazing movie.
Oh, it's cool.
film
It's still doing
strip.
that.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. That was a great issue. I'm so glad
That
I picked it up.
was. That
If
was a
you can
really
go back
fun
and find
read.
it, Taylor, you really should. I really think you'll
You
like
should,
it.
man.
The
It was-
creativity in the writing is it's just a very unique approach that he took to.
I'll have to look out for it.
Yeah, like there was 2 film strips going across, one at the top, one at the bottom. The top one was Superman, the bottom one was Batman, and they were sort of, playing the same story, just from different points.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Here's a Randolfo Migliari cover. Not terrible.
No,
A little bit old school on the Superman costume there. And that's just a trade. Deceased Dead Planet hardcover. Look out.
Ooh.
$30.
Ooh. This is worth picking up.
This is definitely worth picking up.
It's a good series, man. I like.
It's a lot of
They
fun.
should just do a big omnibus with all of the deceased shit in it.
They should
It
at this
would
point, and with the what's it called? The what's the other series called? Tom Taylor did Injustice.
Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Injustice.
I think Injustice has an omnibus.
Does it?
Ooh.
I think it does.
It should.
It should. You're right. It should. If it doesn't.
It's a lot of fucking fun.
Detective Comics, $10.35. Mariko Tamaki, Dan Moore, Clayton Henry, $5.
It looks pretty.
It does.
Yeah,
Damn, more art
definitely
looking real
looks
good.
pretty. Definitely looks good.
But this is the book that's exploring Batman being poor, but not
Lame.
He's still
not
richer
poor.
than everybody else.
He's not poor. Oh, it's so dumb. Ooh, Liber Mejo cover though.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
A little bit of color in the Liber Mejo. Usually his are, a lot grayscale.
Yeah. Colder,
But
darker.
I like that. Oh man, what is going on in this building? It's rad. That is cool. I may get that just for that cover. That's probably a $6 cover. Yeah, it's because it's a cardstock cover. Damn. Harley Quinn #2. Anyone reading the Harley Quinn book?
I'm not, but I bet it's okay. I bet it's all right.
Riley Rosmo doing the art. I'm actually a fan of.
I love that artist.
Rosmo. Here's some of the stuff going on here. Not
Harley's
terrible.
just become that like Deadpool level character for me, where it's like, I'm sure it's not bad.
Sure.
I'm just fucking sick of him.
Sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. Do have a nice variant here from Derek Chu. Shiny. All right, to hell with all this. Oh, somebody have a fire at their house? Someone have a fire at their house?
It's not me.
Somebody cooking?
Is somebody okay?
Probably somebody cooking some steaks.
Probably.
Sounds like Taylor.
Nightwing. Yeah, Nightwing getting a second printing. That's all right.
That's
Taylor.
good.
Okay,
That's
cool.
good. I'm here for that. That's
important.
I keep wanting to say it's second issue, but the second issue in Taylor's Run, issue 79, obviously,
Right.
Was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was really fucking
I
awesome.
hate
Great.
Dick Grayson.
I love that book.
I hate Dick Grayson.
It's a fantastic book. I love the art in that book.
Oh man, it's so awesome.
Yeah, Bruno Redondo's doing the art in the night.
Man, it's a beautiful
good art,
book.
good design. Here's the biggie, the big one.
I'm excited
$4.
for this Robin book.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for this too. Joshua Williamson. What?
Yeah,
and it's a funny time for this to drop because I mean that Mortal Kombat movie just dropped, and this is literally the exact same plot. Damien is going to some sort of martial arts tournament.
The League of Lazarus tournament is what it's called. Great wrap cover from Gleb Melnikov. We do have some pages here. Do we have to start every Batman story with touching on the legacy of Batman? Fuck off. We know. Shut up. Quit wasting the pages. Even the damn Nightwing has done that for 2 issues. The legacy. Oh, shut up.
Right. Well, that's the thing, though, you got to think about is because they've rebooted and now they're trying to reclaim a lot of that canon.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you got to think about we just went through New 52, Rebirth, where they kept starting over and they kept deciding what's canon, what's not. And so if you think about where we are right now, they're trying to reclaim
we're at the beginning of a new line, so they have to kind of.
So they're going to tell you what you can cherry pick too. Like, hey, we're actually going to give you bones. You can go back and read some of these stories finally, as opposed to just ignoring everything.
I hope Taylor's not. I hope his place isn't burning.
I know. I hope he's okay.
Hopefully
we love you, Taylor.
This page is kind of cool. We're getting in the Bat fam. Look, Nightwing here. This is a Tim. Isn't this Tim?
That's Tim.
It's got to be Tim. Unless this is a flashback and that's Damien. I don't think that's Damien.
No, I think that's Tim. That's Tim's suit.
We have a Tim Drake sighting, everyone.
Well, that's rare.
He is alive.
He's the Kyle Rayner of.
Yeah, I know.
He is, man.
Man.
That's painfully accurate comparison. That's my favorite Robin and my favorite Green Lantern.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Michelle. Appreciate all the shares and everything.
No, this is just a second printing of Nightwing. This is actually from Robin.
Yeah, these pages are from Robin. But yeah, everybody loves Tim. I don't know why. Yeah. Even I love Tim. I think it's just because I don't know him. I think it's because I don't know him.
You don't know Tim?
Put him in of course I know Tim.
I was like, dude, Peter David was all over Tim. Yes. That's why Tim is so
Damien is still my favorite Robin. I'm sorry.
I
like Damien. Popular.
Damien's a shitty little edgelord. Cool. Jason is also a shitty little edgelord. Yeah, Dick is at least fun, but Tim is my favorite Robin, almost by process of elimination. You know,
he's the best detective.
No, that's okay.
He's the best detective. That's how he got to be Robin because he figured it out. That's a great origin story.
The artist on the Robin
earned
book,
being Robin. He didn't just fall ass backwards into it like all the others.
Is Gleb Melnikov.
It's really cool looking art.
Yeah, very good art. I like Damien because Damien's the one that makes sense to me.
And because he's Batman's son.
And there's only one where there's kind of this strife. Even when the other Robins thought they were better than Batman, they weren't better than Batman. In my heart of hearts, I really think Damien is better than Bruce. You know what I mean? I just do. I just think he is just all around. I think he's better.
There was actually an issue where it was future Damien, and he himself said he will never be as good as Dick Grayson or Bruce Wayne.
I think he was just trying to be nice.
Damien never tries to be nice. That's bullshit.
True. It's true. But yeah, I love this. This is going to be the fight. Fight. Okay, we get it. But hey, it's Joshua Williamson. I will read anything that dude does, at least for a little while.
Yeah, I think this is always willing to give it a chance. Oh yeah. I think he's gonna hit a homer.
We'll go back.
I'm a sucker for martial arts tournaments.
Totally.
Yeah, me too.
Totally.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
I can't wait for them to pull a 10 of swords on us, and just halfway through they start doing a scavenger hunt or something.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Ra's al Ghul comes out. It's like, now the real challenge. Ruby Justice League. This is actually a digital first release. If you want previews, go to Comixology and look at the previews. But it does have a dope Simone DeMeo variant cover. Man, that dude, draw my life, sir.
Man,
awesome.
That's pretty rad.
God. I love that guy.
Ruby's something I haven't tuned into for a few years. I remember liking it. I just kind of forgot when it came back on. So I don't know. I might pick this up.
Yeah. I do want to mention this. This is Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. This is the team that's on Nightwing right now. Their entire Suicide Squad run collected $30 for 11 issues. That's actually a really
good deal.
It's a great deal.
Good deal, man.
That's a savings.
Yeah, and it's a great run.
Great run.
I hate Suicide Squad.
I do too.
Even the classic shit, I've just never really been a fan.
I do. I don't even care. I've never liked Suicide Squad, literally ever.
Yeah.
And this book fucking ruled.
This is great because of the other team. There's another team in this. What are they called? The Revolutionaries or something like that. Is that what it is? Revolutionaries? I don't know, but there's this other team.
Yeah, it's the Revolutionaries.
It says it right here. Sorry.
It does say it right there, yeah.
Yeah. That Tom Taylor introduces. That's the book I want from him. They're like SJWs, like for real. Like they go around and bomb like Exxon and bomb corporations. That's the damn book I want, dude. But anyway, moving on. Teen Titans Academy as well. Tim Sheridan, who is getting one of those books, one of those new Superman books that we talked about yesterday.
He's getting that Shazam book.
Oh yeah, hey Big Will, thanks for stopping by. Big Will working it over there on that shit. We can show off some of the Teen Titans Academy. It's not bad.
I mean, I like that Rafa Sandoval art.
Yeah, Rafa Sandoval. It's awesome. It's just
I don't know who Red X is. I don't care.
He's a character from the cartoon that came on like in the early 2000s.
I was never really a fan of any of that. I like Teen Titans Go.
This is funny.
How dare you?
You're gonna get a lot of hate mail for that.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then Alan Moore, David Lloyd reprinting V for Vendetta. I think it's more repackaging. So that you can get this dope mask. So there you go.
You can get a Guy Fawkes mask for way less than that, though.
I hate that you call it Guy. I know that's how you pronounce it, but I think you're doing it just to be different. It's like GIF and GIF. So just please stop, okay? Don't do that again. It really just fucking triggered me. I'm sorry. Guy Fawkes.
That being said, if you don't already have V for Vendetta, it's something you should get at some point.
For sure.
It's true.
It's one of the best books ever written.
It's amazing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's way better than the movie.
It doesn't get enough credit for its adaptation being different, but still being like the same. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I want from my comic book adaptations. If I want to fucking direct, from the page like Watchmen was, I'll just read the damn book. Kiss my ass.
Well, I mean, that is an important thing. That like it's much more important to get like the spirit of the character right than it is to like verbatim, transcribe it onto film.
And that's why Watchmen is so terrible.
The movie.
Hey, that's why that Watchmen movie is so terrible, because he misunderstands everybody.
Oh yeah, he misunderstands everything.
Cool.
Yeah. Especially Rorschach.
Oh my god.
Right, there you go.
Honestly, the worst thing about that movie is he didn't have the balls to use the squid.
It's true.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can almost agree with him there. It's kind of hard,
Except for that
the fucking TV show did it.
Oh, I know. The TV show did it and made it so good.
Oh my god.
So good. All right, moving on. Everybody else. These books come out the 28th, which is a Wednesday, not a Tuesday. We're starting at Image Comics. We don't have any previews for the Image stuff. I hope Marvel's got some. Oh my god. I got no previews for any of these. Damn it.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
Crossover number 6. Great
so
book.
Excited.
Very fun. I think that's the end of the first arc.
Probably. This trade, which will probably come out next week, will be a hot one.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
I can go look, see when it's coming out.
Oh man, this book's so fucking good.
It really is.
No, I'm excited. I love this
No,
book.
the first trade has not been solicited.
That's weird.
Well, Image is usually pretty quick turnover on getting the trade out after the first arc is over. So pretty soon, I'm sure.
Pretty soon.
Yeah. It's a pretty big deal. Deadly Class coming back.
Ooh, Deadly Class is coming back. That's a great book. That's one of Remender's. I think that's Remender's best book.
I think it's his best book.
This is going to surprise a lot of people Wednesday. They're going to come in and be like, oh, shit, Deadly Class is in my box. Dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah,
I'm always surprised when Deadly Class comes back because it always goes away for so long.
And now we're in the 90s.
That Wes Craig art.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually.
Yeah, it's 91.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
awesome. I'm excited.
Man, you really let me down, Previews World. Nice variants. Department of Truth number 8, probably my favorite new book that's come out. this year.
Dude,
Everybody
this
else
book has
reading
been
this? No one
awesome.
else reading
Yeah,
this.
I'm reading this because I'm always disappointed in Tinian's Batman because this book is so fucking cool.
It's so cool, man. It's
Man,
real.
Why isn't this what he's doing with Batman? Why isn't this what he was doing with Batman? Of course not. But it would be a fun.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I keep thinking that same thing.
He could do a story like that where Batman remembers a character called the Scarecrow, but no one else does.
Yes,
something like that.
Yes, it would be cool to do that. It was kind of trying to. That's kind of what Snyder tried to do with Joker at the end. Is Joker an idea? Lame. Oh, I know he did it so lame, but it was a cool idea.
Is this a Scotty Young cover? That's not a cartoon. It is a Scotty Young cover. That's not just a bunch of Marvel babies running around.
Oh wow!
Wow!
I didn't know he did those.
You tell Tiny he's making some money off this book. Well, this book just got picked up as a TV show.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. All right, Geiger second printings for Jeff Johns' new books. Gideon Falls. This is the last trade of this great book. Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. Oh my gosh,
such a good book.
Here's the new one this week. Helm Grey Castle. I want two guesses what this shit's probably going to be about. It seems like He-Man.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah. He-Man's about to come out.
It did sound like sword and sorcery stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
Grey Castle,
Henry
Grayskull.
Yeah,
come on.
This is just straight up a He-Man ripoff.
It's a Latinx fantasy by Henry Barajas. Let's look at the preview. Finally, we got some pages we can look at. Not bad.
Not bad.
Helm Grey Castle. I have a mohawk. It actually looks badass.
It looks great. That's such a bad name. That's such a D&D name.
Such a D&D name.
That's like a first attempt at a D&D name that you really should have gone back to the drawing board for.
No fucking word balloon, so we have no idea what's
Your party wakes up at Helm Grey Castle. I'm sorry, guys. That sucks. I need to think of something else, but let's just roll with it for now.
Yep, just do what you do.
Next week. Yeah. Shadecraft number 2. The first one was okay. It's just about a girl who's got like weird shadow powers. That's kind of weird. Spawn's always good.
Yep.
It just keeps going.
I'm glad that Stray Dogs is getting a second pit.
I agree. I think it's a really cool series, and it should get second printing. Did you read
issue 3?
Yes.
You read issue 3, Jules? The ending. The
ending was it was heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh, this book looks like it's for kids. It's not for kids.
It's not.
Yeah.
Kids read this. Do not have feelings to read that book.
Oh, this looks pretty dope.
Oh, this looks cool. What is this?
Yeah, this is a Summoner War. Summoner Wars returned.
Oh, is that Justin
like a book
Jordan?
From the 90s, I think so. Wasn't this from like the 90s?
Summoner War, right? I thought so.
Yeah, Summoner War Legacy. Yeah, Justin Jordan. Luca Claretti.
Yeah.
Justin Jordan does good with action books.
He does.
Yeah. Luther Strode.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, Luther Strode was awesome.
Yeah, no, this looks like it'd be fun.
Wasn't Reaver that book where it was like Suicide Squad, but it was like a fantasy Suicide Squad?
Yep.
That was Reaver. That was.
Dude, that book is dope. Taylor, you would dig the hell out of it. It's straight up Suicide Squad, but it's a bunch of people locked in a dungeon, and it's like fantasy, where there's like, all right, they put a spell on them. If you fuck up, it's straight up Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
but
they have to solve this dungeon.
It's so rad, dude.
It's awesome.
That does sound intriguing.
Yeah, I might pick that up.
David got me into that. I wasn't even gonna pick it up. Dave's like, man, you got to check this out, and I was like, all right. He knows what I'll like, man. He's come to know exactly.
Does he? Because he seems to always shit on his picks when we do the Sunday show.
He knows what he knows I'm going to. He knows. He exactly.
He knows
what I want to hear.
But that doesn't necessarily mean Gomer likes what the fuck he likes.
That's fair. I guess
we
need to differentiate his recommendations.
Yeah, his recommendations may be great, but that doesn't mean his taste is. Sometimes.
Cyberpunk. All kinds of cyberpunk shit happening.
Oh man, yeah, some cyberpunk swag.
Dark Horse. Whatever. Dark Horse is shit.
They gotta make money, man. They gotta make money.
Swag. Here's a face mask. You're a little late on the Umbrella Academy.
Just
face
a little
mask.
bit.
Just a little
bit late.
A little bit.
If it's in stores now, I'll still get some use out of it. But
I mean, if you got a mask now, you'd probably be wearing it for a decent little while. But it's pretty late in the game, hopefully, to be getting a mask now. You know.
I like the Hellboy face mask though.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's cool.
You're like
it's checkered.
It's checkered.
I would rather have had it.
There was a chance.
I look like Hellboy.
Yeah.
Where
with the cigar.
Like just this.
You can't even tell what that is unless you're like an inch away from the person, and that defeats the whole purpose of social distancing.
Exactly. Thank you.
Fail.
It's like underwear. It's like getting fancy underwear. No one else is.
It is now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's talking about. Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat. Yeah. Oh man, it was amazing. It was so good. She's talking about Stray Dogs.
So good.
Straight
yeah, that book's awesome.
Moving on to IDW, another disappointing.
I had it spoiled for me by these guys yesterday, and yeah, it does sound pretty fucking harrowing.
Yeah, we do get a G.I. Joe, but it's a G.I. Joe that we're not reading. Actually, let's go ahead and bring this up because I watched the Toys That Made Us Again, that documentary series. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How Marvel Comics is basically
show.
Responsible for G.I. Joe and
all of its continuity.
Being everything. Not even the continuity, like naming the motherfuckers.
Like
when Hasbro brought G.I. Joe to Larry Hama and Marvel Comics, they did not have villains.
Nope.
Cobra wasn't a thing. They sat in a meeting and Larry Hama was like, so who are we fighting? And they're like, I don't know. We thought you'd figure it out. And like on the spot, like Larry Hama was like, okay, we'll come up with something. And yeah, they come up with something. Denny O'Neil named Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Denny O'Neil was given the Transformers comic book project first. And he said, no, fuck this. I hate it.
Yep.
I'm not doing it. And then they handed it off to what's his name?
Simon Furman.
No, it wasn't Furman.
No, it was not Simon
that's
Furman.
Right.
Simon Furman did that show for a while.
Odin Kirk, but it wasn't Odin Kirk. It was something like that. It was like that. Yeah, you have to Google it.
It's so difficult to imagine the G.I. Joes without Cobra because what the fuck else did they do besides just oppose Cobra all the time?
Dude. Yeah. Dude,
do PSAs.
At the time, right? G.I. Joe, Larry Hama came up with the entire concept of G.I. Joe being the name of the team.
Yeah.
And the team being made up of all of the different armed forces, the best of the best of the best from all the armed forces.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even have that idea yet.
No, they had no idea what they were doing. They just wanted to rebrand G.I. Joe.
You know why Snake Eyes looked like Snake Eyes with no color? Because they were saving money. They wanted to cut the cost of the first figures.
That actually reminds me of why the Hulk is green, is because that was the ink that wouldn't smear when they ran it through the printer.
Yeah. Yep. You guys should watch that again. Watch that, Taylor. It's on Netflix. It's called The Toys That Made Us. They have one for Star Wars. Barbie, Turtles. The Barbie one is dope.
Yep.
Which one?
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, there's a Ninja Turtles one that is rad. The Ninja Turtles one, at the end, they actually get Laird and Eastman together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what led to The Last Ronin getting created.
Yep.
That new comic that's coming out. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing, dude. Yeah. Because I just rewatched it and it's got all this brand new context. But anyway, we do have a Transformers book coming out.
Oh,
man,
no.
My Little Pony. I guess the first one was so good. We get a second.
It's My Little Pony. It's My Little Pony.
Yeah, My Little Pony Transformers.
I mean, if you guys are being honest with yourselves, there's a lot more similarities between the bronies and I don't know what the people like Transformers call themselves, but there's a lot more similarity there than you guys probably care to admit.
Fans, like normal fucking fans are called. Okay?
We're called fans.
My bad.
I went to BotCon for years. Exactly. We're just called fans.
Yeah. But I don't know. This is not a knock on My Little Pony. I read the first one of this. I didn't get half of the shit that was going on because I'm not a My Little Pony fan. I'm not immersed in the lore of MLP enough.
Well, there's another similarity for you. Like, people see that and assume that it's got no continuity or lore, but it's actually got a fuck ton of it.
It does.
Oh, I know. It does. Yeah. Who am I to knock people's fandoms?
No, because And
you only do it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but usually it's y'all's fucking fandoms.
Well, yeah, I mean, mostly wrestling.
Oh yeah, Jules. Speaking of which, got
a fucking Lord of the Rings.
Got a Macho Man.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Can't hate on Macho Man.
The worst of the worst, the dinosaur nerds. Oh, they're the worst. They are just the worst.
I feel like any type of nerd can be insufferable. You know, it depends on your personality more so than your fandom.
And that's basically what I mean. You guys are like insufferable in the terms. This motherfucker said Guy Fawkes earlier. Okay, shut the fuck up.
It's his fucking name, you asshole.
I know, but even though the guy who created the GIF,
jeez, I'll just say everybody's name wrong now.
The guy who created the GIF actually calls it the GIF, but no one gives a fuck. Okay, I don't care what the guy's name is. His name is Guy. But I am an insufferable Star Trek nerd. You know,
you are.
I really am.
It all happens.
But we'll read that. We'll talk about it. Why not?
Will you? Okay, I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, why not?
You can read it. I'm probably.
I'll read it. I've already got it. I've already got a copy. All right, moving on. Marvel. Here it is. Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill.
Man, this is coming out quick, man. It must be done.
It's got to be done.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of these minis get done.
Well, it is a mini, so they do have kind of the luxury of being able to get it done ahead of time.
Keep doing the Forrest Gump.
We thought that this was going to be, or like the first issue made it look like this was going to be a King in Black tie-in, but it's not. It's going to be a space epic.
Yes. Oh, look at this. Look at
this.
That looks awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, the first issue of this.
It rules.
The first issue of this series is on my short list for best single issue so far this year. So I'm definitely picking this up.
It was
definitely
picking. It was just such a surprise. I wasn't expecting
it was out of nowhere.
What it was. Oh, Scourge is in here. Scourge stowed away.
Oh, that's awesome.
You probably got drunk and fell asleep.
Probably. I love this book.
Oh yeah, I'm getting the hell out of this book.
Dude.
This might be my number one pick this week.
What a shocker that series turned out to be.
Black Widow number 6, a favorite around here.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Although it is not Elena Casagrande's art this week.
Well,
Rafael De La Torre. So
that's going to be rough, but Kelly Thompson's been doing a good job writing too. So
that's the main reason I picked it up, dude, was because of that art. It was just kinetic and
but
Jordi Belair,
that art
for the coloring on this. Jordi Belair deserves a nomination for an Eisner. I'm telling you, she's gonna get it. It was so good.
But with modern comic booking, you're not going to get the same artist forever on a book.
I think they said we can expect Casagrande to come back after a few issues of this, though. I mean, that's, again, nothing against this new artist, but yeah, that was some sublime art for the first 5 issues that we had.
And a heart-wrenching story. You're right. Kelly Thompson did sell the story, but...
Big time, man.
I really like that art, dude. Cable number 10. This is going to be the find his older self sort of thing. It's Phil Noto art. It's X-Men. It's Gary Duggan. This
will probably be good. It's on my list.
I think it's going to be great. I'm going to say that right now because I just think he figured out what to do with a character that nobody knows what to do with.
I don't know.
Who brought back young Cable?
It has been bad.
Bendis? Was that Bendis?
What?
Who brought back young Cable? Or who brought young Cable? Who had young
Cable? I think Bendis has been gone
Cable?
from Marvel long enough. Like, has Team Cable been around for that long? It's been a few years.
I don't know. It's been a while, man. I thought it was done around the same time as the Young Mutants were a thing. The all new X-Men.
No, I think Hickman.
Oh no, it definitely wasn't that same.
It wasn't that long ago.
No, I think Hickman is the one that brought young Cable back into the fold. Young Cable's been gone a really long time.
Like the Teen X-Men, that was like close to 10 years ago now, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh.
That sure was. Yeah, man. No, I think he came in with Bendis. Hickman. I think Hickman is the one that brought young Cable back.
Here's the FF. I know at least Taylor is enjoying this.
I'm enjoying this. I'm not going to try to convince any of you guys to enjoy it, but I enjoy it.
It's Dan Slott.
It's better than his Spider-Man run.
Yeah, I have no desire to read any book written by Dan Slott.
I don't blame you Because I hated Dan Slott's entire Spider-Man run basically at the end.
This whole solicit, can they or our letterer Joe Caramagna survive the onomatopoeia apocalypse?
Oh,
that is actually, I want to read this now because he uses the word onomatopoeia apocalypse. Am I even onomatopoeia?
And then look at the cover.
Lips. I know it's
fucking hilarious.
Man. Is it in case no one can hear you scream, but they can hear your explosions? Is that what it's going to be? Come on.
I'm going to say this about this book, and I'm sure maybe Taylor could back me up. All his stupid, wacky, ridiculous ideas that he shoved into Spider-Man works in this series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know.
Fantastic Four is inherently about like weird, wacky bullshit. So yeah,
his weird, wacky.
No, you're
bullshit.
right. You're right.
Like Superior Spider-Man would be better if it was Doom in Reed, and maybe that's actually the story he wanted to do. But I'm just gonna say this: Dan Slott works in Fantastic Four way better than it did in Spider-Man. That's all I'm gonna defend it. I'm not a big fan, but I've enjoyed this book.
I haven't enjoyed this. Well, I only read the first 5 issues, so maybe I should try to give it a chance.
Hellfire we also read his event too. That was dog shit.
Yeah, his events were
Empire.
Empire.
He only co-wrote Empire. It was Al Ewing on that too.
Yeah, but that's still
and the worst part. The worst part of Empire was the bait and switch when we thought it was going to be the Kree and Skrull and ended up being the
one thing, and it ended up being plant people.
The
plant people were fucking vicious. You know, hindsight on that event, it's not not that bad. Hindsight on it. First Hellfire.
I'm glad that event happened though, just because Al Ewing has been able to use it as a jumping off point for both his Guardians book and for his Sword book in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
So we're getting our first Hellfire Gala book. It is a freebie if your comic shop gets it. They should. I don't see why they wouldn't. Hellfire Trading Company, the official guide. Probably going to be some reprinted stuff, some ads, some things like that.
You're definitely probably going to need a guide for this because this is going to go through every single book.
I won't need a guide.
It's going to be crazy.
I'm all caught up.
I probably will. I haven't read every single one of these things.
I am all caught up. All right, here it is. Another big book of the week.
Big book. Clone Saga.
A new Clone Saga for Miles Morales, the Salin Ahmed, and Carmen Carnero. Just a wonderful run on this book.
Yes, with Daniel Acuna joining.
There it goes.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, Acuna, and I think it's Cody Ziegler.
Mm-hmm.
And then Daniel Acuna doing that. I love Acuna's art. Ziegler, where do I know Cody Ziegler from? What's he done? He's done something in comics. Maybe it's just from reading the solicit for this.
It was such a memorable solicit, though.
I mean, I don't know. He's got one of those names, you know, Ziegler. But a wonderful cover here with the credits.
I love that cover.
Maybe this is
a good cover.
A cover, or is this the? Oh no, it's a cover, variant cover. Yeah, I love that cover too. Very well done. Lifefield's got a Deadpool cover.
Oh my!
Oh my fucking god!
Here,
are there any headshot covers this week?
There are no headshot covers.
Don't show us. Oh, thank God.
But this cover looks really cool.
But there is a Jeffrey Vareggi cover, one of my favorite cover artists. He does this awesome native, style, Native American style.
Oh, that is so cool.
Wonderful,
badass,
man. I love his style. It's just so great.
I'm excited for this book because up until Nonstop, this has been the best Spider-Man book for the last couple years.
It has been good, but that is
low bar. Real low bar. Thank you, Nick Spencer. But this book has been the better Spidey book. So I'm very
jamming it with faint praise, though.
Tom Taylor's Friendly Neighborhood was wonderful.
Oh yeah, that's true. Tom Taylor's
that was the last time. It had my favorite single issue of last year, or maybe 2019. It's been that long in it.
Yeah,
the one with Spider Bite or whatever his name was, that little kid in the hospital. Oh my gosh,
dude,
that had a page where it had 100 different tiny panels. Man, it was
awesome.
Such a damn good book. New Mutants number 17.
It was
great cover here.
We have to be nearing the end of this storyline.
Has to be
because Hellfire.
They haven't even really gotten to fucking what's his face. The whole whatever. Who are they talking about here? Yeah,
Shadow King.
Love that cover, man.
Love that cover.
They have been doing a slow burn, but it has picked up a lot since this new creative team came in. It's been a whole lot better.
When it was first, it was Ed Bryson and Hickman going back and forth. It had this space thing, and then it had where they were on Earth. Boom Boom was in it. I love Boom Boom, and she was there for a second when they went to see Beak in like Kansas or whatever. And they were those were
the stuff with Hickman and the Shi'ar was pretty good, but everything else was very mediocre. Not bad per se. I was about to drop this book until this new creative team came on, and I'm glad that I stuck with it because it
has direction now. I can tell the direction.
Definitely.
And Rod Rice's art fits this book. It's like that
definitely
art, man. You know, from back in
the day. Exactly. It feels like you're reading a New Mutants book.
Exactly.
You remember in that last issue when they were like going through Otherworld, and it was like that like sketch style, like they were moving like across the map or whatever?
That was a
awesome
fantastic page. Yes.
Awesome.
It's amazing. Dude, so good. Savage Avengers, great cover there. But this has been a sleeper hit, Gary Duggan book, and
it's awesome.
People keep saying it's awesome. You know why I didn't get it? Because fuck Conan in the 616.
I know.
It's dumb.
I told you.
It's freaking stupid.
But hey, that's what Gary Duggan does, man.
Yeah, man, that's what he does.
Really bad, dumb continuity ideas, and he makes them good.
He makes them good, man. He makes them work for him. Yeah, man. I will say
he always has sleeper hits.
I meant to drop this book, and I'm a digital reader, and I forgot to hit unsubscribe, and it just kept popping up. I kept reading it. Before I know it, this book has been a lot of fucking entertainment. I really enjoy reading this.
I did go and read because the King in Black. I think it was one of the King in Black tie-ins. But anyway, somebody showed me the page with Iceman and Conan having an interaction.
Yeah, man.
And Conan's like, this planet does have gods. The gods have just forgotten that they're gods. He's like, you're not an Iceman. You're an ice god. And he like gives him this ego boost. Like a part of your
man.
+2.
He doesn't understand all the humanization of the Marvel universe. He was like, why
he doesn't understand the Marvel universe. It's cool. Gary Duggan really did. If he does that through the whole thing.
Oh, he does. It's very much like, wait, you guys are like DC characters. Yeah, he's like, because that's funny, but at one point it was printed by DC. So he's like, no, wait. You guys are gods, right? You guys like, and everyone's like, no, dude, we're a whole person. It's an awesome running gag throughout the series. Yeah.
As much as I agree with Domer that it is kind of stupid to include Conan in the Marvel universe, that conversation was probably worth it right there. Like the whole inclusion.
Oh, the whole inclusion. It's awesome because he does not feel like he understands why everyone's talking about their feelings and how there's so many issues to like tackle. It's amazing.
I love this cover.
Now, my fanboy sensibilities are offended by this because Spider-Man would kick the shit out of Conan. I mean, come on.
He's holding back. He's holding back.
I guess.
Moving on. Silk #2. The debut was not great. I will not be picking that up. Spider-Man Curse of the Man Thing. This is Steve Orlando's like ongoing series of one-shots that are all part of the same story. There was an Avengers one. There's going to be an X-Men one. All of them have different artists, as far as I can tell, but it's all following these stories about Man-Thing. I read the first one. I was not really. Yeah, there's 3 of them. There's going to be an X-Men one. I'm not really a fan of this. Man-Thing's stupid. Sorry.
I like that cover, but Man-Thing, it's just not an interesting
Man-Thing is dumb.
Man-Thing may have been first, but sometimes just because you're first doesn't mean you're best.
Yeah. Talk about a character with no real direction. They have no idea what they're ever doing with Man-Thing.
Never.
It's one of those characters, like, every now and then, if he's part of, like, an ensemble cast, it can be kind of cool. Like, I liked him in Thunderbolts a few years ago.
Well, I like Boy Thing.
I like Boy Thing,
I like Boy Thing,
Yeah, see, that's pretty cool. Like,
I've never liked Starro either, but Jarro is the best Robin. We were talking about Robins earlier. Starro might be the best Robin ever.
But yeah, Man-Thing's one of those characters who I don't think really stands on its own legs very well.
Yeah. Vader 11, Exegol Unleashed. There was a great preview for this. I've seen it where he's talking shit to the Emperor, and the Emperor's like, "Oh, go ahead." He's like, "I'm just gonna run away from home." Then it's got that sort of feel to it, that sort of energy. And the Emperor's like, "Well, just go then." Yeah,
I really enjoyed Pop's
That's
run.
why. That's why I hate the prequels because they gave Darth Vader that energy.
They gave him that energy.
That bitch boy energy.
Yeah, Conan the Barbarian is in the Marvel 616, just the regular universe now. Yeah, and it didn't work, but it kind of does.
It does. It specifically works in Savage Avengers.
They put him on a team that works to his strengths. Yeah.
To be fair, like unless you knew Conan was in the Marvel universe, you would have no idea because they keep him pretty sequestered off in that little corner.
That's true. In that corner. He's not important.
They had 2 or 3 spin-off series, remember? And they were all just busts.
Yeah.
Busts. But this one does.
I think there's still a main Conan series. Yeah, Jim Zub's writing it.
Yeah, Jim Zub's writing it.
He's really good at fantasy stuff.
Yeah, it's an okay book. I'm still picking that up too because I like Jim Zub.
I don't. This is just the covers. The Empire Strikes Back covers. All right, they did the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, right? And like this right here. This is the one for this week's Darth Vader number 11. I think this is the last one they're doing, and it's just shots from the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That collects all of them. Yeah, that is cool. They should do more of those damn, more of that art. You know what I'm saying? Art books. Marvel should do more art books, just art. It's weird to me. You've never seen an Empire like this.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So the Marvels, number 1. This is the Busiek dealio, isn't it?
It is.
Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross must be like the best friends ever.
They are actually.
It's got to be like Ian McClellan
like Busiek is the reason we have like Alex Ross is because Alex had been just doing those portraits forever, and nobody was really into getting covers done yet. And it was Busiek who was like, "Dude, can you do a whole book?"
Covers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and he does all the Astro City covers.
Yeah, he does he does everything Busiek does now. Yeah. But he was the one who was like, dude, let's try and sell this book.
Really have a bad day for me, Previews World. Damn it, Diamond. Yildri Sinar's pencils, as always, look great. These are inked, of course, but they look great. Still, I fell in love with his stuff on Superior Iron Man. And
I did too.
Good.
That was a good book, yeah.
It was, and the art, was very good. So, and we get a Pacheco
early
cover.
Tom Taylor.
Yeah, it was.
I love
US
Busiek.
Agent is wrapping
that up. Yeah,
very coincidental that they've.
Well timed.
I'm sure that wasn't planned.
Not at all.
And probably one of the books, at least in terms of the X books, the book I'm looking forward to the most, X-Men Legends number 3, the Simonsons are back on fucking X Factor. What?
I love that run. I'm not even gonna. Trip.
Man. Yeah, it's just throwback. Awesome. It's gonna be that great art. Brett Booth did the art on issues 1 and 2.
Man, I buy enough X-Men stuff. I just don't have any room for this.
I'm an old X fan, so I grew up. Luis Simonson's X Factor is why I'm an X Factor fan.
Peter David is gonna do it like issue 5, and he's going back.
Oh, that's awesome!
Ooh, I might pick that up.
That's awesome.
Yes. So yeah, I can't help but be all over this X-Men book. A lot of people bitch, man, on the internet. Oh, I hate Hickman's run. It's dumb. I want new X-Men, but like old X-Men. I'm like, well, read this.
Yeah.
Read X-Men Legends.
Yeah, but they want it to matter in continuity.
Yeah, we want it to matter. We want it to matter, and it doesn't.
Dude, they've done that a billion times.
Status quo eventually. Just wait it out until then. It's good for them to try new things every now and then.
I hope they don't, man. I hope they stick with this forever. I know they won't.
I do really like this.
You know that they won't.
There's definitely a shelf life to Krakoa, especially how it is right now.
Yeah.
But I do think we are a few years away, at least, from.
We have done this multiple times. You know, Asteroid M.
Yeah.
Fucking Genosha.
Well,
we do this every few years.
Look how much leeway they gave Hickman to destroy the Marvel Universe the first time.
It's true.
You know?
I was about to say, like, we should probably. A reasonable expectation might be like however many years they gave him for that Avengers run, we can probably expect at least that much for this X-Men status quo.
And I think this X-Men run is more popular than that Avengers run was.
I think so.
I think, dude, you know it is. How many fucking books are in the X-Men line? There's like a dozen. But they're all selling in the top 50.
It's also
it's definitely making Marvel a lot more money than that Avengers run did. That's for sure.
Well, that's because that Avengers run was too smart for when it was happening. Avengers was a hot product, and people wanted that MCU Avengers. And then you read Hickman's Avengers, like, I need a PhD to figure out what's going on right now.
Really did.
That's
really
true.
did.
They did not
There's
hold
no
your hand.
casual fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no X-Men in movies. This is the only X-Men you're really getting right now. So
True.
him getting to do whatever the fuck he wants really works.
And it's kind of
you don't
like
have
the
anything
opposite.
to compare it to.
And he's kind of creating it in the opposite way. When he did his Avengers stuff, he was pulling stuff from all of the Avengers history, going as far as pulling from all of Marvel history.
Yeah.
With this X-Men, you know, he sort of did it the other way. He set up everything and then said, okay, now you creators go create. Before he was like, okay, creators, what have you created? Let me take all your shit and throw it in a thing. But again, it's also kind of like his event, his universe-shattering event, Secret Wars, where he set up the status quo. The status quo is do whatever the fuck you want within Battle World.
Yeah,
that's basically what he did for the X-Men. He said, do whatever you want within, you know, the status quo. So, man, he might go down as the best comic creator of all time. I'm serious.
He might be. I mean, how many of us put that Avengers run? I know it was my number one, and I think it was. Might have been Jules's too.
It was my number one.
It was pretty frequent in the top 5.
It would have been in my top 5 had I not set up the rule where you could only have one of everything, because I still think
Fantastic Four.
I had Fantastic Four, and also I think Bendis's run is not as good, but definitely more important to Marvel.
I think it's more Bendis's run is more definitive as to who the general population views as the Avengers, whereas Hickman's is just like that shit's just good. That's
honestly,
just the best.
If you read it as one long run, it's a fucking masterpiece.
You really kind of have to, because Illuminati is all.
If you read,
in the end, it was a story about Reed and Doom. Like that's how it all settled in the end.
Yes.
I mean, dude, if you really want to get into Secret Wars, you have to read everything that Marvel has ever done. To understand Battle World, you have to basically read everything they've ever done.
It was the fans event.
Yeah. And it was my favorite event because the tie-ins, you could pick and choose. You know, if you if you like this, get this.
Didn't really matter to the main story overall, but they were all still pretty fun.
Yeah,
you know?
and not a lot of it even added to the main story.
Yeah, it was kind of like the current X status quo here, where it was such a good body of work. So, like more often than not, the tie-ins were really good. Just in their own right.
They were, but like 1602 had its own feel to it, but it wasn't for me because I didn't really like the 1602 event.
I mean, I think that event taught Hickman that he could be a great editor.
Yeah.
Because he gave a lot of people a lot of great ideas, and
that's what Hickman does. Is like I was saying earlier about that New Mutants book, he gives people direction, and that's why I really love the X-Men right now. Is because I can tell that it's actually going somewhere. Whereas a lot of ongoing comics, I don't really know necessarily if it's going anywhere half the time.
Remember when the thing was like the wall that held?
Yeah, that's the best scene. Him getting up, man.
There were so many epic moments in that story. I mean, like freaking Groot becoming Yggdrasil.
So dope. Human Torch is the sun.
That
was like his curse. He was cursed to be the sun.
Doom ripping out Thanos' spine.
Predator style, yeah.
Oh, T'Challa holding the Infinity Gauntlet.
That whole, and also that battle between Beyonder Doom and like Infinity Gauntlet T'Challa. That was
man.
Great. And that wasn't even the fucking finale.
Yeah, dude, that was like they had added an extra issue. That was like in the extra issue. Yes. Like, how can not be in the main row? What the hell? Yeah, it's like the Snyder cut of Secret Wars, man. All right, moving on. Dynamite's got just nothing.
Yeah, we really went off on a tangent there.
I can always tangent on Secret Wars. It's the best event ever. Best comic.
We can always tangent to avoid talking about Dynamite.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, whatever. Here's a bunch of cheesecake. We don't even really need to say anything.
We could do
best comic book events for a top 5, man.
But we're all just gonna pick Secret Wars.
Secret Wars is number 1. I mean.
The best one.
I would have a Transformers event, an IDW Transformers event.
Oh yeah, Dark Cybertron. Dark Cybertron.
Probably Dark Cybertron, but I like Revolution, man.
I don't know. Revolution. As best events, I don't know.
Dark Cybertron.
I fucking love Revolution. I just read it again.
Maybe that should be next month's top 5. That actually sounds like a pretty cool.
We should really think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, there are so many.
Crisis on
Blackest
Infinite
Night. I don't think I could have Black. Never mind.
No.
Let's move on. So yeah, Dynamite ain't got shit, just more cheesecake. No. But we got Avid number 4, great book. We actually have a preview for this. Great book, because Boom actually puts out previews early.
They were on time.
Fucking Marvel puts them out the 3 days before.
Bastards.
See, that's a solid book. But the big book, I think, this week at Boom is Berserker number 2.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Matt Kent's writing it. Keanu Reeves is like
got that Keanu bump.
Got that Keanu bump. And his image.
I imagine Keanu Reeves writing. Yeah, I imagine Keanu Reeves is writing this book the same way. Like when I was a kid and my sister's like, "Hey, can I play Nintendo with you?" And I would unplug the controller and hand it to her. You know, like, "Yeah, you can play with me." You know what I mean? I kind of see it as the same sort of thing.
I'm sure he's just like spitballing
ideas. He's probably like, it'd be really cool if I punch through this guy's face. And whoever's writing is like, yeah, that'd be really cool for that action scene.
No, I see it the other way.
That's probably what it is. Like, I bet, like, you know, when like they're shooting the John Wick movies, Keanu Reeves has some input about how they're going to choreograph the action scenes. Yeah, that's probably what we have here as well. Here.
I honestly, I just see like Matt Kent like sitting there. No, it's a cool book.
Art's pretty cool.
Yeah, the art's cool. It's fun. You could tell like he was like. I bet it was the easiest conversation Matt Kent has ever had pitching a book with Keanu in the room. In terms of, he was like, we want to do this. And they're probably like, sure, we need this.
There's a foil variant for this.
Oh, of course. Go all 90s.
There's actually 2 foil covers for this.
What?
And the first cover, this is cover A.
Yeah.
This actually, I just learned this morning. This actually has a secret variant where there's no red stripe.
Interesting.
So keep an eye out for that one. If you see that, if you see that at your shop,
it's worth some money.
Oh, Jules,
I'm sure that'll sell well, but that's kind of lame for like a concept for a secret variant. Like, ooh, the background stripe is gone. You know,
the reason they do it is, especially for big books like that, Boom does this to help comic book shops out. Number 1, when a Boom Studio number 1 comes out, they always send out a 1 per store variant for the issue number 1. 9 times out of 10, and I've asked Travis about this, you know, and I've heard it from other people. They can sell that book for the entire cost of all of issue number 1. You know what I mean? So they've broke even just
already, just on that one book.
Wow, that's cool though.
That's good to hear. I mean, that's great for the shops.
Exactly. Dune House, whatever. Dune was supposed to come out next month, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Before everything got shifted, wasn't that the original
date?
Everything
got shifted. It was supposed to be out in like December of last year.
Oh, was it?
Right. Yeah. That was the original date.
I thought this was okay.
But then it got bumped, and now it's been bumped from the bump.
Yes, it's been bumped twice.
It's hard to keep track.
At least.
It's hard to keep track. Firefly, Magic the Gathering is getting reprinted. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that book was okay.
Once in Future is an underrated, fun book.
That's a really fun book.
And Power Rangers number 6 with the, as we predicted, the green variant.
Variant,
Told you. So we get a white variant for issue number 7.
That's exactly
what
has to happen.
As much as I'd love to pat ourselves on the back, that was a pretty easy prediction to make.
It was.
They were going in order.
It was a low-hanging fruit. In order. Sword and Guardians of the Galaxy is going to cross over.
Yep.
Okay. Well, no shit. Yeah. Exactly.
We're speaking things into existence. Right. I mean, obviously that's what's happening, right?
Yeah. All right. So everything else. 20 Fists. This is a comic about fist fights and bad romance. It would have been better if it was like a big karate book, martial arts book. Essentia. Yeah, none of these really are striking my fancy, man. I'm looking. If you see something, say something. But I see nothing. Cold Dead, War, just a big war book. Destiny New York. This is the second issue of that. I think I have this somewhere. I should look and see if it's okay.
That's almost one of those head variants.
It's actually really good, though.
There's a neck on that one.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
It does that's an important distinction. It really is.
Dude, I can just imagine now Ook got that gig, and they're like, okay, we want you to do head covers. And he's like, well, if you're only paying me to do heads, you're not getting a single fucking neck. Not in any of them. Erratic number 5. I know Jules is reading this from AWA.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a guy who's only powered for like 5 minutes, right?
Like 5 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, he's 15 years old. He only has to use his power for 15 minutes. It's basically Spider-Man meets Damage.
Yep.
Right? Damage from DC Comics.
Yeah.
Who's only Hulk for like an hour. That book was actually okay.
Nobody remembers that, man. Don't bring up Damage.
Nobody. Oh, I'm the only one who remembers it.
It took me a minute. I remember what you're talking about now, but I had completely forgotten that existed.
Damage? Yeah, that book was okay, man.
That was an okay book.
It was just okay.
Yeah.
They tried.
Frank at Home on the Farm is a pretty solid read.
It's great art.
Yeah, great art, but it's about a guy who comes home from the war and everything is just weird and strange, and it's supposed to be about PTSD. And now here is the debut from Scout Comics: Gilbert Deltres and Sebastian Navas, Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. Yes,
I like the name.
I like the name.
I love the name. Where are we going with this?
Kind of got a TMNT vibe, yeah.
It does. Like in space, though. You know,
Biker Mice from Mars.
Even better.
Yeah, Biker Mice from Mars, great. I love the art cues in this right here. This eye in the back, that is some amazing art. The stuff up front is okay.
Sorry,
it's not bad. But this really makes me think I want to get my hands on this, man. And this has good vibes to it. I don't know what it is, but it's got great vibes.
Yeah, it definitely. Just looking at that preview, yeah, Saturday morning cartoon. It definitely feels like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there.
Bash, Ripple, and Mona Lisa. Yeah, that is that Saturday morning energy for sure.
Yeah. Happy Hour number 6. That's been okay. I Breathe the Body. This is getting some big news at Aftershock. Big science fiction horror series. I am not reading it. I don't read much Aftershock. Love and Rockets magazine number 10. Classics, sort of shit there. Unsacred Volume 2, number 6. This is Mirka Andolfo's creator-owned stuff. Everybody seems to love that perverted devil angel art. It's good stuff. Modern Frankenstein number 1. This looks pretty cool, but it's one of those, manga from America. It's kind of too hard. Ninjas and Robots. Nottingham getting a second printing. This is like a really gritty, violent retelling of the Robin Hood.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's not bad. The first issue was pretty good. Nuclear Family. I always get this confused with another book that's out, so I won't talk about it because I can never remember which one's which. They basically are the same story. Like a family is in their bunker at a nuclear war, and they come out, and shit's weird, but it's weird in different ways. So I can never remember which one's which.
There's a lot of books like that, to be fair.
Three Stooges book from American Mythologies. I love this one. I'm sorry. I love this homage cover. It's fucking beautiful. It's just Eric Shaw Noir cover too. That's just fucking stupid. And
it's not even just regular.
Oh wow, yeah.
Stooges. It's the robotic Stooges.
Robonic, yeah, Robonic.
From the cartoon.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not reading it. I just think that cover's cool. And it's weird to me that there are still Three Stooges comics. All right, it's just fucking weird.
Hey, is that Shadow Man?
I'm getting to it. Because we have a lot of Shadow to get through. We have Shadow Doctor number 3 from Aftershock. We have Shadow Service number 7. And then, yes, finally.
Wow.
I like that it says 2020 Shadow Man.
Yeah.
Right? It was supposed to come out, man. They were
I know.
Boy, it better not suck.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot, even though I really don't like Cullen Bunn.
Hey, Cullen Bunn does well with horror, and that's the one saving grace he has.
I'm giving it a shot.
But the other terrifying thing is that we've waited so long that it better not suck. There's a lot of pressure.
Dude. Yeah, no, better that the premiere got delayed though, rather than like right after the premiere though, because that's killed some books so far.
Right, because that's what hurt XO.
Yes,
XO debuted, and then the delay happened, and it derailed all the momentum in that book.
Yeah, Shadow Man is kind of like a Constantine. It's not funny.
Yeah,
he's kind of Shadow Man.
It's like Ghost Rider Constantine.
Kind of looks like the Darkness.
What? No, it's very Ghost Rider.
There's a little bit of darkness in there, yeah. He has shadow powers.
He doesn't have like a stare though, does he? Shadow Man, he doesn't have like a stare. He's not
no,
in for
but
the
way
he doesn't have a pennant stare.
I mean, he has a skull face, which I would argue is a more defining feature for Ghost Rider.
Transforms.
I always
it's
think
passed
of him
down.
I always think of it as Constantine meets Dr. Fate.
It looks to me like he's part of that fraternity of like, the Darkness or the Crow or these edgy little like.
The Crow is good. The Crow is kind of good.
The Crows.
I'm not saying those are bad. I'm just saying this does seem to be like of that persuasion,
Yeah.
Oh,
he is the dark character of the Valiant.
We know it's gonna. So. We know it's gonna be better than Savage. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way it can be any worse
that book.
Than Savage. So bad.
It's so bad, man. So bad. Oh man.
And what's the other? What's the other Valiant book coming? I know there's another one.
EXO? Or did they finally just give up on that?
I think EXO is still trying to come out, but there's another one, Shadow Man, and then there's something else they're doing later this year.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're the wrong podcast for that.
No
shit. Man.
I like Ivar Time Walker, man.
I love Ivar Time Walker.
Oh man, I love that book so much. That's my favorite.
It's so long.
People talk shit on me in the Valiant group for that being. They're always like, "Oh, you should read this. You should read it." And I'm like, "Man, I've read it.
No, dude,
I've read it all. I like Ivar Walker.
Yeah, you're not
it's like
wrong.
Doctor Who. It's like better Doctor Who.
Yeah, really man, cool. They really fucked that up because they had something with that book and then they just gave up on it.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, Vamp Blade is hitting issue number 50, which is weird.
Well, that is interesting.
Whatever.
A 50 of 50 apparently.
50 of 50, yeah. It's weird.
It's only gonna go to 50.
And it's gonna relaunch. You know they'll relaunch.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Zombie Tramp. I don't know. It's freaking weird shit, dude. That's weird.
Everybody gets one these days.
Yeah,
everybody gets one.
So that's it. Those are all of our books. After our Secret Wars discussion, I barely remember what's coming out this week. But X-Men Legends, Robin.
I got you, man. Yeah, definitely Robin.
Number 3,
definitely
crossover Robin is on my list. And you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 25, because the Clone Saga.
Good man.
I'm looking forward to Black Widow picking back up again.
That's a good call. It's a good call.
Yep. And I know it doesn't matter to you guys, but I didn't get that issue of Nightwing from last month, so I'm glad that I'm getting that second printing up now.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
It was gone by the time I got to the store.
So I'm super excited about that. Beta Ray Bill, the second issue.
Oh, yes. Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, right. That was the one I was trying to remember. Yeah, that'll be cool.
And then we got the X stuff, Cable, New Mutants. There's always a winner.
Crossover, Department of Truth are going to be good, adding to the Deadly Class stuff over at Image. And Helm Greycastle.
Batman, Superman.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Gene Yang's book. Yeah. Man, there's some good shit this week.
There's some good shit this week, man.
There is.
I'm even going to try that Summoner War book because fuck it, why not?
Dope. It looked good. The preview looks great.
The preview looked cool. Justin Jordan, I liked Reaver, man.
He does good.
I've been conditioned to think I've been conditioned to think that they always just dump the also ran books on the last Wednesday of the month. That hasn't been true for these last 2 months. They've been bringing their A game these last months.
It's really true. I don't get it. But hey, I'm happy about it. So
yeah. Hey, more books to read.
We will talk about at least some of those books, if not all, next week on our Sunday night show. Come back for that. Every Sunday at 7, we're doing news and reviews, comic book news and reviews, having a great time. And tomorrow, Tuesday, it's on top 5 comic book characters. It's going to be a great time. Eli from over at the Comic Book Bullies is going to be hanging out with us. Leroy will be here in spirit. So yeah, please keep coming back to this channel. If you need more links, go to outrightgeekery.com. We have all of our links there, including links to our Patreon if you want to give us a tip, and merch. I don't even buy the fucking merch, but if you want to get some merch, hey, that would be rad. If you want your Outright Geekery shirts, your This Geek and Comics shirts. We have a mask, an Outright Geekery mask up there.
I didn't even know that.
Go get your vaccination.
Wow.
Yeah.
We are late in the game on that one.
No, we've had it for a while. We ain't sold any, but we've had it up there for a while. So yeah, keep coming back. Check us out. We got so much shit going on. The Bullies had a show last night. It was pretty good. They talked about Shock G for 20 minutes. It was fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
It was great. And then they talked about Mortal Kombat, how terrible Mortal Kombat was.
They're not wrong.
It was enjoyably terrible.
I know.
I enjoyed it.
It was so bad.
It was one of those. It was so bad. It's good that it's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I didn't pay to go see it in a theater.
Oh,
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Leroy paid. That's why he was pissed.
Oh.
He went to the theater. Yeah,
that was the wrong way to approach that one.
He was in there with like 15 other people.
Now you're supposed to watch that in your underwear on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, with a big joint, a bowl of cereal. Exactly.
Because they don't even get to that fucking tournament, man. I
know. What the hell?
They called him motherfucker Mortal Kombat, and they don't even get there. I would be pissed to see that in theaters.
I felt
but if Brady could just teleport people around, couldn't he have just dropped the Outworld contestants into a volcano or something?
Right, like exactly. Look, I can only save so many people, asshole.
He's chaotic good.
Yeah.
Chaotic good.
Somehow. I can only save so many people. Are you kidding me?
Stupid.
Terrible.
I was kind of disappointed with the fighting in it. I thought it could have been better.
It wasn't
bad, but I was expecting. All right, when they open up with that,
they spent all their time and energy just getting to the fatalities. That's all that they seem to really care about.
That first
fight's great. The first fight and the last fight were good. Everything else
set me up. That set me up.
Look, man, I'm gonna say this.
Doing his fucking Popeye.
The reason why the new games have been so successful is because they took a video game, a fighting video game.
What are you talking about? RoboCop is in one of them.
Is they made them characters. They had always had little stories, but they made them characters in those little vignette stories.
Yeah.
This movie had all this new lore it could have used, and they just ignored it and just said, "Look,
they didn't really ignore it though. I don't really." I mean, there was a ton of Easter eggs in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of fan service, but there's no characters.
Yeah,
the one thing
there are no characters.
But
what are you expecting from?
I have no idea what I was expecting.
I wanted Stryker. I like Stryker.
I told them this last night, but
Stryker
doesn't
show up until Mortal Kombat 2 anyway. Okay,
it's true.
Taylor, what'd you say, Taylor?
Just that the movie was too reverential to the source material. They really needed to just use it as a jumping off point, but they didn't do anything but jerk off the fans in this.
Yeah, dude.
My biggest gripe, guys, is we didn't get to the fucking tournament. I spent, you know what? I'm a Mortal Kombat arcade player. That's how I came to Mortal Kombat.
Me too, man.
The amount of dollars I wasted beating Goro because he's the fucking final boss, or so you think he's the final boss.
Yeah.
Of the fucking arcade game, and they just kill him before the tournament happens.
Oh,
fuck
the main character's old lady got a better shot on Goro.
God
better
damn.
than getting punched in the balls.
Dude. Getting punched in the balls sucks, but at least it's in the fucking tournament in the stupid
at least
movie.
It's in the game. Yeah. All right. We're gonna talk about this and more next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
I tried to set him up. I tried to get him in the middle of a long monologue about fucking.
I saw what you did, Gomer. I saw what you did. I
went pretty early in the morning to get one past 2.
It's true.